Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate the process of how we wash. This is about 15 pounds of Lego per box, and I'm going to wash all of it at the same time. I think it's going to take up probably about 2 containers. I haven't looked at any of this stuff. One of the first things I do is I just kind of quickly transfer it over. Oh, there's the General Grievous. There's the body from a General Grievous. He's getting washed. Mostly what I'm looking for is electronics. I don't even care if it's non-Lego in here. There's a shark. It's a good part. But the goal is to not spend a lot of time with this. Some good minifig in here. Like I said, mostly I'm just looking for anything electronics. There's some non-Lego in here. I'll just go ahead and wash that too. All right, so we got all that. Now I fill this tub up with water. I use what is the medium warm water, and I just put in regular old detergent soap in there. Let that fill all the way up, and you kind of stir it and mix it up. We'll show you that in a second. All right, so doing it this way, you do sometimes find minifigs with the capes. The capes actually do come dry. So we'll set him up here. Got a Darth Vader with weapon and everything. I also kind of casually, pull out the damage. I mean, no customer's going to want that. This is a non-Lego, and other pieces of non-Lego. The water's coming up, so more non-Lego to remove. And as this is coming up, you want to agitate the soap. That's cool. Alright, so that's going to be enough. And then just transfer the water to this one over here. And as that's filling up, kind of give this a good stir. And, if you see a non-Lego, just pull the non-Lego. That one's ready. Now, doing it this way, you do take a risk that you might have missed some type of electronic component. I had a monorail engine one time that I had washed, and I regretted it because I didn't do thorough check. Like, I just threw all this in here. I don't even know what's in here really, but was able to dry out the monorail motor, and it worked just fine. Tested it out, sold it as used to a customer, and it came out just fine. So, and every once in a while you find fun things. But so this will soak overnight. Sometimes I go maybe an extra day depending on how dirty it is, but this gets it clean enough, and then after that I'll show you the drying process. Alright, so here's what it looks like when they're both completely underwater here. This Darth Vader here that come out, we'll let him stand right there, and he'll dry out just fine, and he'll be perfect in the morning. Probably about 45 pounds per tub. After these soak overnight, we'll get these drained, and I'll show you how we use laundry mesh bags and then this fan right here as a system to dry these over the period of 2 to 3 days. Okay, so this Lego has been soaking for, can you see the Lego okay? Okay. So this Lego has been soaking overnight. Typically what I would do is I would start pulling minifig off of the top of it. But for this video, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to show you the process of how we strain out the water and kind of rinse off the soap. Got a mesh bag here in the pit. I'm not going to be able to dump all this in there at once.
I was going to say.
I'm going to dump a little bit and then controlled. Mostly what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get rid of the water weight. Yeah, get the water out of it. So I'm letting the water drain. Okay, now I've got Lego. So now that I've got all Lego, and most of the water's gone, I can take this. So the goal was to get the water out of the tub. The mesh bag was only able to fit about half of the tub, and that's okay. The next step is to rinse the water, or do a clean rinse of the soap from the water. So come on in closer. With this, I use just hot water. Whatever your setup is, I don't know if you have one like this, but this works for us. I have done probably about 100 of these like this. I don't know, could be more. This is how I do them all. So many of the parts that we've shipped out have been washed this way. And it's taken some time to develop the process to do it like this, but it totally works. These will get rinsed off. The soap will be rinsed completely down the drain. And then these will be nice and good, clean Legos. Sometimes individual Legos are so dirty they do need to be cleaned again. But 99% of these are going to be just perfect. Let that sit there for a minute and let the water drip off. I will do that. I'll repeat that 4 more times for the rest of these tubs and get this one out of the way. So now we set up the drying, and for drying I take these are locker shelves that I picked up at the Goodwill. They're just strong enough to elevate the Lego in the air a little bit so that they drip on that towel. Just take that, put it right there, put that fan. So this will run for maybe 2 to 3 days like that. It's already starting to drip. I will turn that bag and rotate it a few times. These Legos washing its way, the scratching is very minimal. Washing this much at bulk, but it gets a lot of the gunk and it goes right down the drain. This is a really good way to wash a lot of Lego all at the same time. So I had finished making the video, and I wanted to add a little bit to show you this is the Darth Vader minifig that I found, and he sells as a used minifig. Also, while cleaning out these, I found these parts here. Those are some very valuable parts there. There's a little group of some simple minifigs, a couple of sharks there. In truth, one of these is broken, unfortunately. That one there is okay, but that one there is a damaged part. Let's look up how much these are worth. I'm going to show you the process of how I do this from my phone here. So what I have is I have a link to the Bricklink color palette. So here's all the colors, and I know that that one there happens to be blue. So we click on blue. It's a blue tap. So we go back to the color guide, and we go blue, and we click on tap. There it is. 69 OC2. Color is blue. Price is $1.75 on the average, $2.50 selling price. Here is 4 mesh bags. I added the net or the big strainer here to help with the air drying. Take these, rotate them 3 to 4 times, move them in different directions and closeness to the fan, and then eventually they all do become dry. There's a lot of dripping happening right down in there, and that's no problem. I got those towels there. Their purpose is absorbing all that. This is Chris from the Great Brick Lab. I appreciate you taking the time to watch our YouTube video. Please click on subscribe, like this video. If you liked it, share this. If you have any tips or tricks or that you want to share on how you wash Lego, please include those as well. Thank you again. This is Chris from the Great Brick Lab.